feel like your loan repayments and monthly bills are taking over your life? With Cathedral Credit Union's Debt Consolidation Loan, you can combine multiple debts into one convenient monthly payment, making it easier to manage your finances and reduce stress. Borrow up to $150,000 with repayment periods of up to 7 years, giving you the flexibility to take control of your financial future. One loan, one payment, less stress. Because financial peace of mind should be simple. Visit Cathedral Credit Union today. Call 868-235-6947 or visit cathedralcutt.com. Cathedral Credit Union. Member owned, member focused.
SDA pastor attributes gun find to drug activity and Tobagonian instrumental in National Team NACAC Medal Hall. Good evening to you, Tobago. I am Odika O'Neill and welcome to the Channel 5 News for today, Wednesday, the 15th of July, 2026. There is heightened concern about the discovery of weapons in Signal Hill, Patience Hill. The concern comes from Seventh-day Adventist pastor Clive Dutton, as he says the guns may be linked to the movement of narcotics.
Very concerning. Well, I wanted to mention that. But you see, let me tell you something. Both in Trinidad and Tobago, when you allow, all right, once you're importing cocaine, we do not plant cocaine. And leaving the marijuana out for a little while. We do not plant cocaine, and therefore, since we do not plant cocaine, the coca plant, it means we import it. And once you're dealing in cocaine, you are dealing with guns, because nobody will bring in cocaine without bringing the guns to protect the cocaine. So that, to my mind, is a significant issue, and there's cocaine in Trinidad and there's cocaine in Tobago, and I feel Tobago is too small to have that level of cocaine being imported into the country.
Pastor Dutton also spoke about other aspects of crime, including the death threat to the police commissioner.
Anytime you deal with that upper crust, that top level, all right, of criminality, the owners, the entrepreneurs, the narco-parasitic oligarchy, you're going to get a backlash. They're going to come at you with full force. And I believe if the powers that be continue to deal in a very significant way, all right, by touching the untouchables, you're going to have that reaction.
Meanwhile, the Tobago division of the TTPS is touting its success in the coordinated operation that took place at 12:35 a.m. on July 14th, in which officers successfully confiscated 2 high-powered firearms and ammunition in the Signal Hill, Patience Hill district. Assistant Superintendent of Police, ASP, in charge of operations, Mahalia Bacchus, gave additional details.
The officers, in collaboration with the Trinidad and Tobago Defence Force, conducted an operation in the Signal Hill, Patience Hill area where 2 high-powered weapons were seized. This also accompanied a quantity of ammunition. We presently have 4 persons in custody in relation to this seizure. I wish to let the public know that the Tobago Division, the officers continue to work hard, and we are focused on our Operation Resolute Shield, which focuses on ground suppression and dismantling of illegal activities around the Tobago space. We are also asking persons to continue to support the TTPS and to share any information that could assist in treating with criminal activity within our space.
Police say the joint operation included the Criminal Investigations Department, that's the CID, the Tobago Divisional Task Force, and the Defense Force. Fencing works at the new A.N.R. Robinson International Airport terminal have intensified today as the Tobago House of Assembly pushes ahead with preparations for the facility's opening. The Division of Public Infrastructure and Transportation says fencing installation, which began earlier, has ramped up today as part of ongoing infrastructure works to strengthen safety and security around the new airport site, and road markings are also taking place. The development comes as preparations continue for the commissioning of the terminal. Over the weekend, Minister of Transport and Civil Aviation Eli Zakur made his second visit to the facility this month, accompanied by officials from the Airports Authority of Trinidad and Tobago and the Ministry of Transport and Civil Aviation to assess readiness for the operations. And earlier in the month, the minister also toured the facility with THA Chief Secretary Farley Augustine and other officials. The terminal reached practical completion in March 2025 and received full operational certification and clearance for use in mid-June this year. The THA has also begun transitioning micro and small businesses into new commercial spaces, allowing concessionaires time to prepare ahead of the terminal's opening. Although an official opening date has not yet been announced, the intensified fencing works are the latest indication that preparations are accelerating to bring Tobago's new airport terminal into service. The Trinbago Unified Calypsonians Organization, TUCO's Tobago Zone, holds elections for all 7 executive positions on August 9, 2026. Current chairman Candice Robinson is in the running for the chairman, but she says win, lose or draw, she will remain engaged with the organization.
It's not an easy walk in the park, right? Because a role like that is a tremendous weight, right? Sometimes I get overwhelmed at times, right? So I wouldn't discourage anyone from trying to run as a candidate. Should I not be successful, I am willing to work with whoever.
Nominations for all positions takes place between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. from July 20th to July 24th, and on Saturday, July 25th from 9 a.m. to 12 noon. A nomination box is located at the offices in the E&M building on Wilson Road. Forms of nominations are available from July 13th. Nominees, candidates, and prospers are or must be members in good financial standing. Boxes will be opened on July 25th at 3 p.m. and elections are set for August 9th. We'll take a break and come back with more news for you next.
Credit Union.
You can make your goals unfold, go get it. You can live your dreams on a team, let's do this. You can get the help you need to succeed with Run Credit Union, you can believe that you can achieve it. Today you can live that dream, pull up to the job and survive your week with Run Credit Union. Yes you can, yes you can.
Come in and live your best life today with Rand Credit Union.
Welcome to the speed round of getting money right. Let's begin. Name some of the red flags associated with an investment scam.
Pressure tactics to invest.
Correct.
Promise of money if you bring friends.
Correct.
Request for personal information.
Correct. Bonus question. What is the penalty for operating a pyramid or Ponzi scheme?
$10 million and 10 years in prison.
Correct. Well done. The scores are even, so we go to our tiebreaker question. You receive money in your account from an investment company, and they tell you to transfer it to a third account. Does that sound right?
I think about it, and that's not right.
Congratulations, you tinker! Getting Money Right is brought to you by the TTSEC. Visit investigateTT.com to access free learning resources and check the TTSEC for a list of registered individuals and securities. The Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission. You invest, we protect, everyone benefits.
As you come in. Long time I see you. This station pumping. Ready for children party. Mommy! Jay, you can't go nowhere with these children. And you know you can't depend on Kevin neither Stephen to see about them. Yes. Total waste. So I supposed to stay home whole time? Jada is 12. She could see about them. You just leave Jada to see about Kia and Kayla. I thought it's your mother or your sister. Who? Them always busy. Jada could handle that. She cooking and cleaning a long time. And the next two, better know what time it is. It's only me, you know. I will talk to my mother. She just home these days. She will make sure the children okay. Alright. Let me see the moves for later.
Before you ramage, make sure the children okay. Call 996 to report all child abuse now. A message from the Children's Authority of Trinidad and Tobago.
Welcome back. Data centers have become the focus of national debate following the government's decision to sign agreements with several American companies to establish the facilities in Trinidad and Tobago. Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar has dismissed concerns surrounding the projects, saying they are expected to attract investment, create jobs, and strengthen the country's digital economy. As discussion continues, IT consultant, cybersecurity strategist, and tech mentor Shivam Tilak Singh is seeking to clear up what he says is a common misconception that data centers and IT centers are the same thing. He said there are already 5 data centers in Trinidad and Tobago. He explains the differences in a Facebook post.
So data centers are physical facilities that house IT infrastructure for storing, processing, and distributing massive amounts of data. Long story short, if you use anything in the cloud, it's a data center that your files are being stored at. If you run an application online, it's at a data center it's being stored at. If you have a website, it's at a data center it's being stored at. A traditional data center, by the way. Because obviously, if you have a website or even an application that serves thousands to millions of persons, it needs to live and it needs resources.
According to Tilak Singh, a data center is a highly secure facility that stores and processes massive amounts of digital information using servers, networking equipment, and power systems. He says everything from online banking and cloud computing to streaming services and artificial intelligence depends on data centers operating around the clock.
Opposed to an AI data center, which is a specialized facility built specifically to handle the massive computing, power, heat, and data speeds required to train and run artificial intelligence models, right? They're basically training large language models to make it better, right? They're not storing your data files or anything there. It's not going to be used for that. It's not going to be used for any of those type of purposes. They're using it to run AI. Traditional data centers also are more CPU focused when it comes to processing power. However, AI data centers are reliant on GPUs. So they basically use thousands of interconnecting GPUs and specialized AI chips to optimize for parallel processing. So if you ever had a gaming computer or even seen one or even a crypto miner, for example, you know that GPU requires a lot more power. And yes, because of this, a standard data center only uses 5 to 15 kilowatts of power, and AI rack, however, in a data center can demand up to 40 to 100 plus kilowatt power, right? So it's a lot.
Meanwhile, the government's proposed data center projects are facing fresh scrutiny, this time from opposition member Stuart Young. In a Facebook post earlier today, the former Prime Minister and Minister of Energy and Energy Industries questioned whether Trinidad and Tobago's electricity grid and water production systems can support large-scale or hyperscale data centers. His comments come after the government signed agreements with American companies to establish data centers in Trinidad and Tobago. Young argued that the country's electricity remains heavily subsidized and claimed that TNTech owes the national gas company billions of dollars for the gas used to generate electricity. Citing a New York Times article on New York becoming the first U.S. state to impose a moratorium on the new data centers, Young said there are many legitimate questions and concerns that require answers from the Kamala Persad-Bissessar-led administration. He also questioned what concerns may have been offered to investors, saying the public deserves greater transparency before the projects move forward. The Prime Minister has previously dismissed concerns over the proposed developments, maintaining that the data centers will attract investment, create jobs, and help position TNT as a regional digital hub. More news after this break.
Cathedral Credit Union is celebrating big. Get up to $81,000 at just 0.8% interest with our anniversary loan. And because Christmas is in the air, we're spreading cheer with up to $60,000 at only 1%. Visit cathedralcutt.com or call 235-6947 today. Cathedral Credit Union. Member-owned, member-focused.
You can now get whatever you need whenever you need it anywhere in Tobago with Tobago. Your meals, medication, groceries, and shopping all delivered directly to you. No more hassle, no more stress. Get the Tobago app today on Google Play or Apple App Store.
That's TAPPOGO and let us deliver to you.
Check our website at www.tapogo.app or call the experts at 494-TOGO and 484-4746. Tobago. Relax. We will get it to you. Tobago's at your service.
Escape to elegance at Le Chateau Suites Tobago. Gated privacy, breathtaking villas, unforgettable memories, where Caribbean dreams become reality.
MI4 Security Services Company is the most advanced security service in Tobago. Ask about our cash and transit service. It's safe, risk-free, reliable, and timely. We provide safe banking delivery for all business types and sizes with highly trained staff, 24/7 monitoring, coordinated emergency response, and a well-maintained fleet of armored vehicles. Contact us at 660-7723 or visit our website at www.mi4securitytt.com to sign up today.
In an item of sport, Lalini Grant's gold medal proved instrumental in helping Team Trinidad and Tobago maintain its lead at the championships, pushing the national medal tally to 19. Director of N3A's Administrators of Trinidad and Tobago, Sherwin Joseph, says the gold medal is inspiring to the team.
Full stop on the plate. And she basically started off on a very, very good trajectory. So yeah, as you would know, you can't you can't start better than that. You can't start better than a gold medal. So she basically set the standard for the rest of the team, and I believe that is what augured well for that magnificent performance of 19 medals for that very small contingent we went with.
Some health news now. Global childhood immunization rates improved slightly in 2025, but millions of children remain unprotected against life-threatening diseases. According to a joint report released today by the World Health Organization and UNICEF, 90% of the infants worldwide received at least one dose of diphtheria, tetanus, and pertussis vaccine last year, while 85% completed the recommended 3-dose series. The agencies say that although coverage has increased by 1% point, global vaccination rates remain below pre-pandemic levels. The report estimates that 13.5 million children received no vaccines at all during their first year of life in 2025. While that represents a reduction of nearly 750,000 from the previous year, millions are still missing critical protection because of conflict, displacement, poverty, and growing vaccine hesitancy. WHO and UNICEF also warned that measles vaccination coverage remains well below the 95% threshold needed to prevent outbreaks. As a result, 57 countries reported major measles outbreaks last year. UNICEF and WHO are agencies that are urging governments to increase funding, strengthen immunization programs, and tackle vaccine misinformation to prevent further outbreaks. Let's take a look now at our weather forecast. For tonight, mild or moderate concentrations of Saharan dust. Tonight, fair but slightly hazy, so persons sensitive to Saharan dust should take the necessary precautions. Tomorrow, mild or moderate Saharan dust concentrations. So again, persons sensitive to these atmospheric changes should take the necessary precautions. Sunny, hazy, and at times breezy despite the isolated early morning shower. Fair but hazy night despite the odd brisk shower. Seas moderate, winds east to southeast 5 to 35 kilometers per hour. Waves in open water 1.5 meters to 2 meters. In sheltered areas 1 meter to 1.5 meters. High tides is at 4:45 a.m. and 5:47 p.m. Low tides is at 11:28 a.m. and 11:31 p.m. Sunrise is 5:47 and sunset 6:30. Tomorrow's temperatures should reach a maximum of 31 degrees Celsius and 4 to 26 degrees. Before we go, let's recap tonight's headlines. SDA pastor attributes gun find to drug activity, and Tobagonian instrumental in national team NACCAC medal haul. And that's where we leave you tonight here on Channel 5 News. On behalf of our news team and our technical crew, I am Odiko O'Neill, wishing you a good night.